Today I have a tip that's going to help you save time and do more of what you love in your craft space. Let me share it with you. My tip for today is to keep lots of pre-cut basic shapes on hand in your craft room so that when you want some basic die cuts for your card projects, you have them cut and ready. Now, not only can this save you tons of time, this can also save you paper, because what you're going to do, or what I did, was I took a half a piece of 8.5 by 11 cardstock. So this measures 5.5 by 8.5. It's the same as a regular card base. And I took some of my basic shapes. This is my stitched rectangles die set. And I fit several of them on here to use up as much of that paper as I could. I wanted to use as much as I could and not waste any space. Now, once I had all of those on there, I ran this through my die cutting machine and cut all of them at the same time. Now, you know that if you do die cutting, we have spent lots of time just cutting a single shape at a time, haven't we? So think about this. If you cut 3 or 4 or 5 at a time, keep those in your craft stash. Pull them out when you are making a card. You won't have to spend that time pulling out your die, cutting that one shape, and then moving on with your card. You'll have them pre-cut and ready. So let's look at some ways to use these, and I'll share a couple other things with you as well. Let's say you're making one card at a time. You can just pull out the shape that fits your project the best. But if you're making several cards at a time, you can use these for that as well. And I'm going to show you how they don't have to be identical. So I could cut these 4 rectangles and then make the same basic card, but with the different size of rectangle on the front. So I'll share a few with you here. I created some really basic cards with a stamp set I just got here not too long ago called Stylish Sketches. Here is the stamp set. I thought this would be really nice for masculine cards, but this leaf I think would be great for any type of card, really. And here's what I've done. So here are 2 of the cards I created where I stamped the same basic pattern on the background with that leaf stamp, but then the rectangle I placed over the top. I did the same idea, but it is just a different shape. So not only am I still getting to make several cards at a time and save time and use all the different sizes of rectangles that I cut at one time, I am creating one-of-a-kind cards as well. Now let's look at 2 more I created with that same stamp set. For this one, I used the duck stamps. And again, I created the same basic background. I stamped the background with that stamp, but then the rectangle I put over top is different shape, but same idea. Because if you want the exact same size and exact same shape, you're going to have to send that through your machine each and every time. But if you are okay with using several different sizes on cards when you're making multiples, then you can really save time like I am sharing with you today. I do have one more card I made with this set. Here you can see it. I made this one with that fox. So same basic idea, but just with the other stamp. Here are the 2 stamp sets I used, and I'll link to all the products I used in the video description below if you are interested in any of them. The Stylish Sketches you can actually get free right now. During Celebration, with any $50 order, you get to choose a free item, and we have lots of stamp sets, paper packs, and die sets that you can choose from. Now let me share with you a few of my favorite die sets for these basic shapes. And I will link with these. I'll link these in the description below so you can take a look. But some of my favorite die sets, I'll give you the names of them here. Stitch Rectangles is the one I used on my card samples. All That, beautiful shapes, deckled rectangles, fabulous frames, layering circles, painted labels, Scallop Contours is this one right here. Love it. I've used it a million times. Stitch with Whimsy, and Stylish Shapes. Oh, here's the tailor-made tags dies. This is another one I absolutely love. This set comes with, I believe, 8 different sizes and shapes of tag dies. So you can cut lots of these and run them through your machine at one time and then have all those tags prepped and ready for either tag projects or cards or scrapbook pages, whatever you like to create. Thanks so much for joining in today. I hope this saves you a little bit of time. in your craft room and makes your crafting a little bit more enjoyable. Have a blessed day. I'll see you again next time when I'll be here helping you to hand make with love.